The beautiful game of cricket is a team sport. And if you as an individual player don't believe you can make certain sacrifices that is going to be beneficial to the team and to your teammates, maybe you aren't supposed to be a part of that team. Sounds harsh, but that is the reality. Stick with us. Have some discussions to do after this. On this day. All right, so after being whipped by the West Indies cricket team, I am most definitely certain that all the players representing England would have been looking forward to the second test match and would have been hoping that they would, be able to come up with some positive things as to how they can go ahead to level the series. I am assuming that anything negative to sidetrack the whole movement. Now, pacer Jofra Archer did something that basically, well, almost took away this series from us. With the whole pandemic thing that is going on, all the players are required to stay in a biosecured bubble when they are not actively playing. Now, after the conclusion of the first test match, players were allowed to drive their own cars to the place that they were staying. That's a hotel. Now, Jofra Archer decided that it would have been a good idea to take a little detour. Well, not even a little detour, it was over 100 miles off route to visit his home for whatever reason. Speculations are that he went to see his girlfriend. Some people are saying he went to check up on his dogs, make sure they are okay, and all of that. But I mean, cricket is a team sport, and at the end of the day, if your teammates and the players that you are going up against are able to make a sacrifice in order to make sure that the series go along, then you should be able to make that sacrifice also. If you are not willing to make that sacrifice, then maybe you should leave. Because at the end of the day, everybody is working very hard to get cricket back up and running to make sure we are having constant cricket. And if you decide that you are not going to be able to abide by the rules, then maybe you should leave. It is as simple as that. It's not hard. At the end of the day, you can't want it two ways, If they say, all right, you are going to have to stay within this. If you can't stay, then you tell the people and say you cannot stay and you leave. Simple. Then you don't try and detour and then you're going to try and come back in. What if he wasn't caught? Or what if persons didn't realize? What if he got exposed while he was off route? And another thing that I am wondering, I heard Michael Holding allude to it and I am in agreement. Seeing that we are testing all the players and they are playing together, why is it that at the end of the game the players cannot travel in a team bus? Or if you don't want to say one bus and you want to space them out, why the players cannot travel? Why each team cannot get at least 2 or 3 buses to take them home or to take them to the hotel where they are staying? Why is it that you're gonna allow players to travel individually, drive their own cars? I understand the whole social distancing thing, but you're testing everybody. Everybody has tested negative. Everybody is okay. They are playing together. Why not allow them to travel in team bus? Why are you going to allow them to travel by themselves? That is where the problem is, If they would have just allowed the players to travel together, then we wouldn't have an issue. Simple. And then persons are going to go about talking about sacrifice. And I am going to quote something that Michael Holding said in one of his interviews. Yeah, Michael Holding in an interview said that, boy, this is no sacrifice. Nelson Mandela spent over 20 odd years in prison. That was a sacrifice. With the whole BLM movement going on, this is exactly why Michael Holding would have alluded to this at this point in time. Persons are making sacrifice, are making sure that they are working together to get things going, and then to see Jofra Archer doing something this silly, it just doesn't look good. And the mere fact that he's of West Indian background, it doesn't look good for us either, because at the end of the day, what them say, he was given a written letter, a written warning, and they also said he should pay some fee, but they made public, so we are not exactly sure how much it is that he will have to pay. But at the end of the day, cricket is a team sport, and if your teammates are going to make the sacrifice, then you should put things in place to make sure that you're able to make that sacrifice also. And maybe why I feel it this much, is because I know that Archer is his roots. Man come from Barbados, part of the Caribbean, so we want to see the best. We don't want it to be a case where, hey, they're going to point and say, hey, there we go, hot-headed again. There goes the Caribbean fever, hot-headed man. We don't want that. So they left him out of the second test because, they're going to have to run a sort of test on him now and make sure that he's isolated and all of that. So, he brought it up on himself. As I said, it's a team sport, so the game will continue just the same without him if he isn't there. Somebody just take him space and the game continue. But all in all, we're really happy to have cricket back. Maybe because this is something that I know could have probably caused us to lose the game. That is why I'm feeling so passionate about it. But at the end of the day, we just want cricket. I didn't get to see much of the first day and the second day of the second test, but it's basically raining right now and I think we're at the third day and it's basically raining cats and dogs. So hopefully this one will lead to a draw, because if this one draw, that simply means we can't lose the series. Even if England go on to level it in the third and final match, then we can't lose the series. But at the end of the day, if this second match draw, we want to go all out for the win in the third match, because we want to win the series, man. Yeah, man. Even if they manage to draw the second match, I want to win the series. That is what we're looking at. So, sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe to our channel. Peace.